Interior least terns are shy, graceful little birds that only come to Oklahoma for a few weeks each summer to raise their young. They're very picky about nesting sites.
They prefer remote areas.
The birds lay their eggs in shallow depressions scraped into river sandbars that are free of rocks and vegetation that could hide predators. The sandbars must also be far enough out in the water to discourage animals from swimming out to prey on the chicks. However, there's one very notable exception. Interior least terns also have an urban nesting site on a pair of islands in the Arkansas River alongside busy downtown Tulsa.
Both of these islands were built in conjunction with Zinc Lake, put in the late 70s here. The city of Tulsa chose to put in the low water dam, and there's a lot of concrete and rocks pushed up out here to kind of give it an aesthetic look. Islands out in the middle of the water. And in subsequent years after that, the least terns found it.
Each year the birds flock to the spot to raise their young.
I believe last year our count was about 60 nests.
To keep the birds happy and coming back, every 2 or 3 years Tulsa County road crews and the Army Corps of Engineers work together to resculpt the islands. They clear away rocks and vegetation. After that, they bring in heavy equipment that's used to build up the naturally eroding tops of the islands to keep them at least a couple of feet above the river's typical high water mark.
Unless we get into some flood conditions, that's elevation is usually high enough that water doesn't affect the very top of the island.
If the islands were not built up enough, high water events on the Arkansas River could easily wash away nests and chicks.
When we're done, we'll have a flat surface of sand that they like, and we'll dig a moat around it so that there's enough deep water.
The moat is designed to keep out predators and people who want a chance to watch the terns' nesting activity. The Corps of Engineers does encourage people to watch the birds from shore, especially since this is about the only place where you can easily observe interior least terns building nests and raising chicks. But because the birds are an endangered species, disturbing them or harming them is a federal offense, with fines ranging up to $100,000. For ONR, I'm Cathy Tatom.